welcome to episode 91 of the Cat Lady podcast. My name is Andrea, also known as the Cat Lady. It is 2 T's, CATT, craft all the things. It is February 9th, 2019. It's Saturday. I typically don't record on Saturday, but yesterday was hectic and was catching up, so I'll talk about that a little bit later. But, so yeah, this was a little bit late this week, but that's okay. And again, it'll probably be a little bit on the shorter side, which is okay as well. Not that I didn't have a ton of things done this week, but I do have some things to talk about. So thank you. If you are new, thanks for tuning in. If you like what you see, please like and subscribe the video and subscribe to the channel. This is a fiber podcast. This is a mainly fiber podcast, but it is a crafting podcast, craft all the things. I do sewing, knitting, spinning. I have a Cricut, so I've been doing Cricut projects. And, you know, I throw in some DIY stuff and other random things. I literally do try to craft all the things. So if you like crafting and you like listening to people babble on about crafting, please like and subscribe. Thank you. And of course, all my returning viewers, I can't talk today. All my returning viewers, thank you so much for coming back again and again. So yeah, on to podcast news. I have two knit along, craft along, crochet alongs. These are the fiber alongs. Craft or knit along or crochet along. I have two going on. One is in conjunction with the Reluctant Sisters podcast. So if you do participate in mine, please go over to their group and like their group on Ravelry and enter to win over there as well, because who doesn't like more chances to win prizes. But this is the Fiber Festival sweater knit along, and basically it's kind of tradition to knit a sweater for a big fiber festival. So me and Adrian are going to, not together, but we are both going to Rhinebeck. So we are making Rhinebeck sweaters, and there's plenty of other festivals that are going on in the fall as well that people make sweaters for. So but you don't have to be going to a festival. So it's really a sweater knit along or crochet along. So if you are making an adult size sweater, you can enter in the Ravelry group, either in mine and in the Reluctant Sisters podcast group. If you want to share what you're working on, progress, whatever, just share as many posts as you want on Instagram. You can use the hashtag CatLadySweaterCal. That's CATTLADY sweatered SWEATERKAL to possibly earn extra prizes. If I get I'm going to base it on the number of entries I get. If I get a decent number of entries, both on the Instagram, on Ravelry, that's how I'll determine how many prizes are drawn. I mean, because if I only get 2 people posting on Instagram, probably not going to do a drawing for that, because, you know, I'm donating my own stash or purchasing things, so I'm trying to make it worthwhile. So I apologize if that sounds rude, but you know, I'm just little old me here, so. But anyways, you can post up to 2 sweaters. You can post a picture of you at a fiber festival with your sweater for a 3rd entry. All the rules are in Ravelry, so I'm not going to talk about it too much. I got a couple prizes. I got some bags, some yarn, some other stuff. So the second knit along is the warm up knit along, crochet along. Any adult sized socks, hats, gloves, mittens, cowls, anything kind of cozy up to can be entered. Must have started between February 1st and right now I have until April 8th, but if I need to get some more participation, then I will push it a little bit longer. Each post can be its own, you know, enter each project as its own post. Again, all on Ravelry. Please join the Ravelry group. I will draw from there, and again on Instagram, I will possibly draw if there's enough participation using the hashtag CatLadyWarmUpCal. CatLadyWarmUpKal. Project bag, DPN holder for a prize, possibly some yarn. Again, more people participate, more winners, more prizes donated, more winners. So that's that. That's it for podcast news. On to knitting. So yeah, we're going to fly through this one. I'm going to watch my time so that I know when to transition, because my camera only records 29 minutes at a time. I finished Jim's socks. So this is Jim's 7th pair of socks that I've made. I know I've listed in Ravelry as his 7th pair of socks, but I want to say one of those was frogged. So this might be his 6th pair of wearable socks. He He has not tried them on yet, so I'm not 100% guaranteed that they both fit right. He tried the one on when it was finished. I'm kind of afraid for him to try it on, but I wanted to show him off before he puts them on his feet because they always look so nice and crisp and perfect after they're blocked. So I wanted to show them off before he stretches them out and put them on his feet. So this is, so they're not matching because there was no way I could, this tweedy kind of gradiated color was way too hard to figure out the same color, but I really like it. It looks a lot better. To be honest, it looks a lot better knit up than it did on the roll or on the skein. It looked way more orangey on the skein than it does in the sock, which I'm glad because I didn't want a super orange sock. But one of the kids picked this out for Father's Day, like not last Father's Day, but the Father's Day before, so 2 years ago. So I'm finally getting to that, and I still have 2 more colors, I believe. I don't know, maybe only one. Maybe only one more, but I don't know. But yeah, I like the way the color turned out. I really hope they fit okay, and I don't want him to. I hope he's honest with me. I'll know for sure if I see him wearing them in rotation, because there's one pair I made that were socks on a plane, which I love that pattern. I love the cable on the side. He's not really a fan of the cable. He is a plain vanilla guy, so I don't think he ever wears those ones, but I like them. I should make a pair for me because I like that pattern. And I like the look of the cable. I thought that would be something just subtle, still manly, you know, but still kind of plain. Nah, he wants plain. So this is, like I said, I don't know if I said the Patton's Croy in the clover colors. I think it's the Croy FX, which does the kind of gradient look. These were done on size 1s. I did 64 stitches, which seems small, and when I talk to everyone who makes men's socks, they're always like 72 and whatever, and on 1s. So his feet aren't small. I don't know. I just think he likes it snug. And I did I wrote it down, but I think I cast on 36 for the toe, and that seemed to be a good number for the toe box. So yeah, and you can't tell very much. I mean, if you look closely you can, but you really can't tell the difference between the toes, because if you recall, if you've followed before, you recall I made the one sock too big, and I had to frog it, or I made the toe too big, so I frogged it back and made a narrower toe. So I do toe up, but I had to rip out from the toe, because I wasn't going to take all of it back, and then I reversed it back and Kitchenered. But I did it so in a way that would attempt to match, and you know, if you can see the shape is just barely different, but not different enough to notice. And I did that with one of my pairs of socks once before, so it worked out pretty well. So I'm happy to be done with those. I'm hoping that they work. I didn't count the rows as well as I would have normally would, because I like a good formula. So we'll see how those fit on his, and then I have more Patton's Croy. I'll be sure to follow the same pattern there. So then I just need to figure out what the pattern for Felici is, because he likes Felici, and I got some Felici for him. So if I can, it's not going to be, you know, all the yarns are different. This, and Patton's is definitely a thicker, sturdier yarn, so. So that's it for finished objects. I haven't finished anything this week except for that. But for works in progress, I have been working on my Find Your Fade by Andrea Mowry. And let's see where I am. I only have 2 colors left. I'm on the second to last color right now. This is all out of Knit Picks Hawthorne. It was a kit, the Fog Bank kit. And of course, I got so many ends to weave in because I haven't done any of that, so. And it's all twisted. But I love how it's working up. I love how the fade is subtle. It's barely noticeable in some parts, but you can definitely tell it's fading. But so where I left off is the bottom orange marker. This one's just kind of keeping track of the current section I'm on. But look how subtle that fade is. I mean, really. You can, right now you can barely even tell I changed colors. You can tell, but it's not like super obvious. And yeah, so I made a good chunk there. I weaved it through the rest of the lace and onto the garter of the next color. So I only have one more lace section. I don't mind the lace section. It just they go a lot slower, and I tend to That's where I tend to mess up more. I haven't so far, besides somewhere in there I had an extra stitch, but so I only have one more lace section to go, thankfully, and then it's just the garter this way. So I am very close to being done. And I'm excited to be done with this because it's been on the needles for a while and, you know, just excited to have it finished. I've determined, like without a doubt at this point, that I am a product knitter. Not that I don't like the process, but I like I like having the finished objects for sure. I want things to go fast. I don't like spending too much time on one project, so when I do a project, I want to get it done. So, oh, and that is on size 4 needles, US 4. I need to make myself a little metric list because a lot of people tell you what it is in that size, and I don't know off the top of my head. So, so it's a US 4 in my BB-8 bag from Witchy Knits. And next work in progress is I started a new cowl design. So I've been kind of flip-flopping on this in my head for quite some time. And of course I'm not very far. So all you're going to see is the cast on, pretty much. Cast on and a little border. And it's in like a pink and black. I'll show the yarn instead. It's a pink, white, and black colorway. I don't know if you can tell the pink in there. I posted it on Instagram and it just looked black and white, but there's pink in there. So of course I'm not going to show off anything else for that. And I'll show it off here and there, but of course I don't want to give anything away, so. And it may turn out like junk. That's my biggest fear with this designing thing, because I'm planning this to be a large cowl, so it's going to take up a whole skein of yarn. So it's like I'm going to spend all this time knitting a whole skein of yarn, and then what if I don't like it? What if it doesn't turn out the way I expect it? So, but that's what designing is. And this is in my Zelda zipper pouch that I made. I love this fabric. I thought this was really cool. I do wish I had the full-sized strap on there, but I think I'll put some sort of keychain or something on there. Because I do like to grab it from the handle. It's kind of a convenient way to grab. So, that is it for sewing. Spinning, I haven't worked on anything. I'm still debating what to do with the pre-drafted lavender sheep that I have. It's just the colors just aren't speaking to me. I'm thinking of breaking it up and separating all the colors out and then doing one long gradient. And going from there. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. So it's still just sitting in its basket. So my odds and ends, I'll probably pull those out again for spinning, just because I don't really want to deal with the current wheel project at the moment. So I'll probably work on some odds and ends if I do pull out the spinning, but I've got so many other things going on. Sewing, I will show you what my next project is in stash. I don't have anything finished. See, I told you I didn't get much done this week. Cricut. I do have a Cricut project, to share. I'm told myself, okay, the kids picked out Valentine's cards, just generic little cards, write their name on it, be done. David is still plugging through, getting his names on there because his writing is less than stellar. Emily chugged hers out in like 2 sittings. They each have almost 30 kids in their class, which is no big deal. But Emily's so used to writing now that you know, she can do it pretty well. David, on the other hand, he's first grade, so his writing is still, and I hate to say it, but he's a boy, and I know it's stereotypical, but a lot of boys have not as good handwriting as girls, so we're working on it. He's already sat down twice and he did like 6 or 7 names per session. Oh, and then he had a 3rd session where he just wrote his name, because that's easy. So he wrote his name on all the cards from David. Now he's working on writing the kids' names. And some of the kids' names are long, like Christopher or something, you know, like it's kind of a long name. And I asked, well, does he go by Chris? And he says, yes. So we can just write Chris. Because, I mean, the card's like this big, too, you know, so trying to fit a long name on a small card when you're a child writing in huge letters. So we're working on it. We'll get it done hopefully this weekend. Emily had to make a box. She decorated the box. David's making, I think, a little bag or something at school. So, but anyways, I told myself we're just gonna do it simple. They're gonna get the cards, whatever. But then I don't know. I just started thinking, well, you know, it'd be nice if the kids. I should have bought one that had candy or something with it because it's Valentine's Day and the kids like candy. Just little cards, kind of boring. And then I'm part of all these groups on the cricket groups on Facebook that, you know, everyone's showing all their Valentine's stuff that they've made, and someone showed this, and I just, you know what, maybe I'll try it. It's a slow process. I've only gotten maybe a third of them done because again I have to make like 60 of them, but they're turning out really cute, and so I don't necessarily regret it. But it is a flower cut out of paper. There's David's cool dinosaur turned into bones. It's like the dinosaur turned into bones. But I attached the flower there. So stop focusing on my face. So it's cut out with paper. The glue side's a little bit, you know, the hot glue on the bottom is a little unsightly, but whatever. It's for kids. Not gonna be that perfect. But yeah, these are super cute. So it starts off like this. So you cut out this on a piece of paper. So I got a bunch of these cut out, and that's what I spent the morning doing, cutting out some of these. And then you start from the long end, and what I do actually, now that I know the size, typically for the real flowers that you want them kind of more compressed. This one I need a big hole in the middle to put the sucker. So I usually you need a quilling tool, which I converted a chopstick into one. There are a bunch of tutorials online, but I kind of glue. So I know I need my hole about this big, and I glue, and then you just start rolling it around. And then at the bottom is this little doodaddy with it's got a little cut in there where the sucker stick can go through, and then you glue that to the bottom. And anyways, tutorials all over YouTube for cricket flowers, paper cut flowers. So I got a bunch of those left to do. I still have all these to cut, so there's like 10 of them or something here. Oh, 12. Maybe there's like 12 left to cut. And then I have a pile of them that still need to be rolled. But it was kind of fun last night. I don't know, once I got in the groove last night, I just sat at the table and rolled them and glued them and stuck the suckers in. I had a kind of a system going. And so I'm enjoying making them. So I don't necessarily regret it, but at the same time, like, what did I get myself into as I'm doing these? I'm like, oh my god, these are taking forever. And of course, the first two were a little wonky. Now that I've kind of gotten the groove in it, I'm kind of addicted to paper flowers. And I started Googling other Cricut paper flower projects. There's one that's a shadow box I really want to make. I don't know where I'm going to put it. I don't know what it's going to be, but I really like it. It's basically a bunch of paper flowers on the back of a shadow box. And then on the front, you put some vinyl that says something inspirational or whatever. Or I know it can be like a springtime decoration. I don't know. But so I might do one of those. But need to save some coupons for some half-off shadow boxes because they're kind of expensive. Upcoming projects, I have some shirt ideas. I'd like to do a reverse canvas, which I'd never heard of in my life until the whole Cricut thing. But basically, you take a canvas, a stretch canvas that you buy at the store, you cut it off, and so you take off the canvas piece, and then you're left with a piece of canvas and then the frame. I should have brought it. I cut one last night. The frame is a little weird though, but you paint or stain the frame whatever color you want, and then you reattach the canvas to the back so that it's framed. So it looks like a framed piece of canvas, basically. And you put your vinyl on the canvas, whatever you want it to say. I think I have an idea for teacher gifts. Probably I'm going to save that. I was thinking Valentine's Day, but maybe I'll save it for Teacher Appreciation, which is in May. Because even though I do like to cut myself to very short limits, apparently, because Valentine's Day is next Thursday, so that is enough time. But considering it's a project I've never done, I don't even know if I have a staple gun. I think I do, but I don't know if I do. Yeah, it might be something I need to wait. I have some other things I'll show you in Stash that I want to work on for the Cricut, so on to Stash. So I went to Joann's yesterday. I had a few things I needed to get, and then a few things that just kind of fell into the cart, as it does. So for the Cricut, I bought a couple shirts. I bought I gotta try them on the kids actually. I bought a gray shirt for David. I do have an idea of a shirt for him. So he had this shirt when he was like 3, and it's got a bear on it, and it was roasting a marshmallow. And it says "Let's toast," but the bear on it looked kind of like his Duffy bear, which is, if you've followed me, you know who Duffy the Disney bear is. If not, Google Duffy the Disney bear. Both kids have a Duffy, but this shirt we always used to call David's Duffy shirt, and of course, you know, he grew out of it. But I took a picture of the front of the shirt back in the day because I figured, okay, maybe I'll make a poster or make something for it because he really loved that shirt. I should have kept it. I don't know. Maybe I did. It's one of those shirts that needs to be cut in, put into a little quilt or something. But it was a gray shirt. And so, yeah, I recreated that whole bear file, and it is sitting in my Cricut design space ready to cut into a shirt. So I don't have all the vinyl. I have every color except for it has a little orange in it, which... yeah, I think I need it. It's for the there's like a little fire, so that's orange. It really needs to be orange. So I need to get some orange vinyl, which is easy enough to get. So I bought the gray shirt. And then I bought a black shirt for Emily. Not sure what. She really liked my coffee, cats, and snacks shirt or whatever. So we're trying to think of a phrase that would be rhyming phrase for Emily, so I could make her a shirt. So I got her just a large black shirt. And they were on sale at Joann, so, I mean, I know I can get shirts cheaper elsewhere, and I probably will do, like, a bulk order of shirts on a website soon if I decide to keep going, because I would like to make us matching, like, Disney shirts and stuff, so. And then and I still got to try these on, actually, but then I bought myself a black shirt. I think I have an idea for this one, and then I bought a purple shirt, and I'm pretty sure I have an idea for this one as well. And I also have another, so the black shirt with the drink coffee, eat snacks that I showed off a couple weeks ago, whatever. I have another shirt exactly like that, except it's purple, so it's a long sleeve. And it's very similar to this. It's kind of a heathered long sleeve, and it's purplish. So I might vinyl up that. Maybe I'll wash the other one first to see how that comes out, and then I'll consider putting vinyl on that, because I do have 3 shirts in mind already designed that I'd like to make. And then these were on clearance. They were literally like 97 cents. I don't know what I'm going to do with them. I thought maybe something to do with teacher gifts, but they were cute. So just little wood plaques. Put some vinyl on. Could paint them, I don't know. Put the teacher initial on there maybe, or a little cute saying. And then this one was different, but so couldn't pass them up for $1. They looked cute. And then I got some black ribbon, and that is for a project that you will eventually see. It's for, kind of goes hand in hand with my cowl, so we'll see. And then I got this 3-pack of medium tote bags, and again I thought I have 2 teachers to get gifts for. So again, this might, I don't know if I can do this for Valentine's or if I can do this for teacher appreciation. But just some canvas tote bags. I put some vinyl on. So I got 3, so it was a 3-pack, so I figured one for each teacher and maybe one for me. So stay tuned to what those will become. And then, lastly, I need to make basically a table runner is what I'm calling it. We have some Lego sets, and let's see if I can show you. And I'll talk about this too. I'm going to turn the camera and see how that goes. Oh, not going well. Okay, hold on. We're going to pause, and we're going to show you, because we're coming close to 29 minutes anyways. So let's pause for 1 second. Okay, not that this is super important to show you, but I figured why not, because we like them, we're going to show them. So we have these Lego sets. So we have the Millennium Falcon, which is Lego's largest set ever, that you can purchase. And then here's comes with all the characters. Some of the characters are from our other Millennium Falcon, which is a lot smaller. And then we have our Disney castle. Cinderella castle there. With all its little people. And then we have the NASA Rocket, which I can't remember what it was called. And that has a bunch of little accessories. And that goes pretty tall. But anyway, so it's sitting on top of a placemats right now on this dresser. So Jim asked if I could make some kind of, like, how do I focus on, there we go, table runner or something to go. So I bought fabric that I will show you now for a table runner. So hold on. Okay, so let's show you the fabric. So Jim wanted something very, if you haven't noticed, he's very plain and everything needs to be just vanilla and just plain. There's dust in there. But so I got some kind of a dark gray. Oh, there we go. Dark gray fabric for one side and a lighter gray fabric for the other side. I don't know what side's going to be top, what side's going to be bottom. I guess it's going to be whatever we think looks better. I think that maybe the darker might look better. But I kind of wanted I wanted two colors. I don't know, I didn't want to make it the same on both sides. So I got the fabric for that. I need to wash it. I'll do that today. Actually, I did pull it out of the basement because it was on the washing machine ready to be washed. But so I'm gonna make a table runner. So I got to do that somewhat soon. So hopefully I'll have that to show off. Basically, I'm just going to. I looked at a tutorial super quick, which I assumed it was how I was gonna make it anyways. But basically, just cut the pieces, sew them face to face, turn it inside out, sew the seam closed, and then top stitch around the whole thing. Bada bing. But it's big. It's going to be like 60 inches by 30 inches. That's like the size of the table. So it's going to be kind of a bit unwieldy. And I bought some interfacing. Oh, where did I do the interfacing? Oh, I think I left it downstairs. I bought a big chunk of like stiffer interfacing because I kind of wanted to have some oomph to it. I want it to be like floppy. So I bought some, and the only one I could get that was wide enough was a little bit stiffer than I would have preferred, because I would have preferred just the medium stuff that I use for my bags. But this one's a little stiffer, but it's totally fine. It's gonna probably be perfect. But I wanted something iron on. I didn't want to sew in one just because I like the iron on. So so yeah, that is upcoming. That's all. That's upcoming sewing. So last thing in stash is. So I have one of these bags, and I don't know where it is, but it might be small, the smaller one. But my mom got me the Crazy Cat Lady bag from Joann's. There's a reason she got me the bag. It wasn't just here's a bag. The bag is full of yarn for a sweater she wants me to make her. So I made her the Seclude by Alicia Plummer. I made it matching mine. And she loved it so much and got so many compliments that she wanted another one, which is totally fine. So I told her what yarn I used, and she went and Joann's and picked it out. So she picked out this really bright blue, which will be pretty, with a kind of soft blue coordinating sleeve color. So I think this will look really pretty. And so she's excited. I told her it's going to take a while. She's like, I thought you knit it fast. I said, well, a month is fast for a sweater. So it's going to be a while, and that's, I got other projects I'm working on as well. So I don't know when I'm going to start that. I do want to start my sweater at some point too. But I need to finish up things. And my cowl design is kind of important, so I'm going to work on that for a while. So yeah, always something to do, that's for sure. Life in review. So that's it for all the fibery, crafty fun. So now I will just talk about just the week in review and how things are going. And the week has been long. The week has been dreadful. The week has been trying. I'm joking, the name of this episode is Winter Vacation Part 2, because the kids they've had almost 2 weeks off in a row. So starting from Monday, January, end of January, that Monday, you can see my calendar there, they were off Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. They went on Friday, February 1st. So then they had the weekend off. Then they had Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday off again. And then they went to school on Friday. Because of weather, because of flooding. Our school was flooded this week. They were off for 2 days for flooding. And then Wednesday, we had an ice storm. They were off Wednesday and Thursday for ice storm. And then they went back on Friday. And I was just, I love my kids. I do. I love them dearly. But I was transported back in time to when they were little babies. However, when they were little babies, they were a little cuter. They were a little less combative. They didn't fight. They didn't yell. I mean, they did some crying, sure, but they were, you know, crawling and toddling and, you know, napping. That's the big thing. They were napping for 2 hours a day. Now they are loud. They're big. They run, they yell, they fight. They scream. They don't leave me alone. They don't nap. So I had like 0 minutes alone to myself, like 0 minutes to myself until 9:30, 10 o'clock when my husband would decide to go to bed, and I stayed up till 11 almost every night this week because I just needed that time just alone. Like just some kind of just minutes. Not that I didn't want to spend time with my husband either, but you know what I mean. You just want that just downtime. And even when, you know, me and my husband are sitting on the couch and stuff, the kids are still constantly coming in and out of their rooms and can I get a drink of water and blah, blah, blah. And then they're talking to each other and then they're slamming doors. And so, yeah. So as of this morning, my husband decided to take the kids out and give me a break this morning. So he is very understanding and I appreciate it. So he left this morning to take the kids to a movie and take them to the arcade and probably out to lunch. So this morning I enjoyed my cup of coffee. I cut out some flowers on my Cricut, and now I'm recording a podcast, which I typically don't do on Saturdays because I usually have my family around and we're usually running around doing stuff. So I'm very happy to have this morning off and be able to get this episode out because I was kind of, you know, I don't like skipping a week because I'm trying to keep it consistent. I couldn't yesterday. I just couldn't. I had yesterday was my first day alone, so I have gone shopping in like 2 weeks, and I hadn't done anything. So it's like I ran my errands, I got some groceries. You know, I came home, I started some projects, you know, the Valentine stuff and whatever, and there just wasn't time to record. So thankfully, I'm recording now. I will go, I don't know if I'll get this up today, maybe later tonight, depends on, I don't know, I don't want to waste all my alone time this morning working on the computer, so we'll see how it goes. So yes, that is it for this week, and again, if you like what you see, please subscribe. I really like to boost this channel somehow. I need to figure out how to market myself a little bit, because I know, I enjoy doing this, but I really just, I want more. And I want people to participate in the knit-alongs that I'm doing, and I just want more participation. And I'm so appreciative of everyone my regular people that come back every week and comment every week and interact with me. I've made so many friends. I've made so many friends just by podcasting. Like, I have people I talk to on a regular basis that I don't know, but, you know, now I feel like I know them a little bit. So it's been a lot of fun, and I want to continue to do it. So if you like what you see, please share and subscribe and like and everything. So thank you, and I will see you next time, and I hope you get to craft all the things. Bye. One more thing, I forgot to talk about my necklace. I can't remember what I've showed off in the past. I did have that long hiatus where I wasn't doing things, but this was a really cool necklace, and I will link the shop in the show notes. But this is pretty much a hand-woven necklace. It is like a little mini loom that you warp and weave all these little bits and bobs on there. The back is, of course, not as pretty, and it was from Sibian. Of course, I'm probably mispronouncing it. Sibian Crafts. She's in the UK, but as soon as she posted these kits, I had to have one because it was so cute, and I figured I'd do one neutral because I wanted it to match it. I've never really officially worn it because, to be honest, the chain is a little long, and I feel like you kind of have to have the right outfit, which today I have a long tunic on, so I think that's an appropriate time to wear it. Not that I'm going anywhere, but I figured I'd wear it for the podcast, and I will link to her shop. She has tons of, like, beautiful yarns and fibers that are all, like, super bright, like, we're talking, like, neon brights. And I almost want to buy another one of these because this was super cute. And it was fun to make. It was really easy to make. You don't need to know how to weave or anything. She has instructions and gives you all the tools and everything. So, but yeah, it's a fun little necklace. So, weave your own necklace. All right, that's it. Bye.